Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our loot videos from our 200 run series part 2. And in this series, this is when we are actually just racing for gold cap, so we're not just doing one farm a week and adding the loot. So we're going to have a little mixture of different farms added in, as you guys have seen if you've watched any of the other part 2 loot videos. And this week we actually ended up doing 3 different farms, so we're gonna have 3 different areas to add. We finished up BFD. We only did 40 runs last week, so we did 160 runs finishing that out. Little disclaimer, if you actually didn't see the loot video or the clean out video from yesterday, I actually didn't post any of the high value items from last week. I don't believe, other than maybe if they were already in the group from series 1, but if we got anything new, we didn't post it because I forgot to add it to the group. And there was quite a few items actually we had to add to the group for posting. But anyway, we'll be posting everything this week. I'll make sure I don't make that mistake again. Also, we ended up doing 100 runs of Blackrock Caverns so that we can get some caddis stuff up on the auction house, adding more variety. So excited to see how well those items do. And then we also did 100 runs of Sunwell. I know we just did 1,000 runs for the 1,000 run series, but you got to remember those items do not get added to our actual bank alts that are in the 200 run series. Those are spread out over my other bank alts that you guys do not see. Though actually I'm hoping this week is going to be a good week for those items, because last week definitely was. I actually ended up I thought it was only 6, but then when I did a clean out, I actually had 2 more sold, and so I sold 8 patterns from that 1,000 runs. So pretty awesome. Made a lot of gold this week. Also sold a bunch of other stuff. This was just a good week this past week. For my other realms, it was still okay, pretty good for the week 4 clean out. But anyway, that was the clean out. If you guys want to go watch it, definitely go watch it. But anyway, this week, like I said, we'll be going over BFD. The rest of that we'll be going over Sunwell, and we'll be going over Blackrock Caverns. Really good stuff. A lot of people skip out on caddis stuff, but there are good items, and you always want that variety from everywhere. Also guys, so before we do get into our bank alts and check everything, we'll check everything that goes to Proudmoore first, like we always do, and then we'll switch over and check everything that Thrall got. And of course it's going to be half of everything because we switch from one druid to the other. But if you do like these videos, make sure you smash the big thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Like I mentioned, we're first going to start off with our bank alts from Proudmoore. So that's usually the druid that goes first, and then we'll jump over to Thrall. So let's go check it out, see what they got, see what we got for 50 runs worth for both Sunwell and Blackrock Caverns. Actually though, I think Blackrock Caverns, I think we have to swap over to the other bank alt, and then we will also see what we got for the rest of BFD. And I mean, it's a lot. BFD is definitely a good one that you could possibly start as your first one, but I always like to go with Dire Maul first, or something that gives a lot of materials just so you get some starter gold. But anyway, here's our first bank alt. Let's go ahead and check it out now, see what we got. And first one up, let's see what we got from the rest of BFD. Now if you remember, we filled up like a whole tab anyway with the low value stuff from just the 40 runs, which was only 20 runs per bank alt. So now we've got 1, 2, it's not, I mean, it just finished out the low value stuff. I didn't want to put it all with the high value stuff, but then we got almost a whole tab full for the high value stuff. So it's a lot. I mean, it's really kind of clustered with the low value stuff, but it's just low value. It's Watchers, Sentries, Spike Chain, Pagan, we got Wranglers stuff in here, Ritual Sandals, Hulking Gauntlets. I mean, this can really get you stocked up really fast if you're just starting out. Outrunner stuff, really good Outrunner stuff, Barrel Harness, things like that. Then look over here, it's gonna be a lot of the same type stuff. War Paint, Pagan, we got Hulking, Pagan as well. Hulking, just really trying to go over the names with the low value stuff, not trying to spend too much time. We even got Blood Spatter pieces, which we got like Blood Spatter stuff from Welling Caverns. And then just a couple more items: Mystic Spheres and Rigid Buckler, grunts pieces as well. We did get a ring, which we'll try to sell for like 1,000 gold. And then as far as the exciting stuff, the high value pieces, decent amount of high value pieces as well. We got the hulking shield here, 2 of those for 35,000. We also got the outrunner shield here. We got 3 of those at 22,000 as well. 0.004 sell rate. I didn't mention sell rate here because it's only 0.001. We also got the sentry wrist pieces here for 50,000. 0.001 though, unfortunately. Sentries is really good though. 33,000 for the wrist, or the waist, sorry, for sentries. 0.003. And then we've got 3 of those. We've also got the Slayer's sash here, so it's another belt, 37,000 here. We've got the Sentry's gloves here for 63,000, 0.001. Sentry slippers here for 49,000, 0.001. Almost a whole Sentry set. Spike chain slippers here for 47,000, almost basically 48,000, 0.002 sell rate. Robust girdle, 25,000, 0.005. And then we've got rigid shoulders here, and we've got oh, it's only one. I thought these were rigid too. The the way they look, their icon or whatever looks the same, but 30,000, 0.002. Then the prospectors is really good. Always loved. I mean, we constantly throughout the first series saw prospector stuff selling left and right. So 32,000, 0.002 sell rate, and we have 12 of these shoulders. Also have Wrangler's leggings here, 31,000. And then we've got the prospector's chest piece, 22,000, 0.008 sell rate. Really nice sell rate. So the chest piece, and I think the gloves are like the best ones. Gloves are, no, it's boots in the chest. And we've actually got 9 chest pieces. Watcher's belt here for 39,000, 0.001 sell rate. Sanjoine mantle for 24,000, 0.004 sell rate. We've got the ritual shroud here, actually also a pretty good one here, 30,000, 0.005 sell rate. You got 2 of those. Mystic's robe here for 22,000, almost 23,000, 0.003 sell rate. And then we've got the Mystic's wrap here. Is that what I just said? Yeah, no, we got 3 of those. Ritual tunic here for 35,627 gold, 0.002 sell rate. And then we've also got the greenweave branch here for 50,000, 0.001 sell rate. And then we've got our blue items, so our specific blue items, and we've got the Onyx Claymore. We have 2 of those, 0.002 sell rate. And then we've got the staff of the blind seer here for 77,000, 0.003 sell rate. And then the Efficator's blade here, 31, almost 32,000, 0.002 sell rate. And then the Grim Claw for 341,000, 0.005 sell rate. And we got 2 of those. And I don't even think we got one of these, even one of these last time that we did this farm for the part 1 series. But unfortunately, we didn't get the actual, like, I think it's a this is a one-handed axe, but there's like a two-handed axe is really value. It's like at like 700,000 value. So really hoping to get one of those. We did see some drop in some of the lacks that we did. We just didn't happen to get one, unfortunately. All right, guys, now take a look at our sunwell stuff. We did actually get pretty decent amount of stuff. I mean, it's sunwell. It's pretty empty. I know, we just did like 1,000 runs of sunwell, and we saw like 2 whole tabs full, but that was 1,000 compared to, this is only half of our runs for the 200 runs. So it's still, this is only 100 runs worth of stuff. We still have another 100 runs to do, and I feel like it's fairly good as far as those runs. I mean, the main reason we're doing this one, it might not seem like much, but this is a very short dungeon. I mean, I can do it in like 25 minutes per 10 runs, so it's really not bad only seeing this amount, which a lot of the other dungeons, even the shorter ones, take a little bit longer than 25 minutes. But you can see right here we've got our low value, we've got 1 green pattern, and then we got our high value stuff, and this is a good amount of high value patterns, I believe, especially compared to the last time. This tune, the one that was actually sending stuff off to Proudmoore on our first series, actually only ended up with 4 patterns for the whole 100 runs they did. So this is only 50 runs for their portion of the 100 runs that we've done so far, and they've already got 5 here. So they're already doing better than they did last time. So that's already good. But as far as our low value stuff, I didn't really pay attention to how many low value patterns they got last time. I don't really remember there being that many though. But we got the Robe of Eternal Light here, 8,000 gold, 0.012 sell rate. Robe of Eternal Light pattern, I'm not really going to go into it too much, just low value stuff. Sunfire Robe, 12,000. High sell rate still on all this stuff. Pattern for the leather chest guard, 16,000, almost getting there to high value range as well. Got a couple of those, 3 of those. And then we've got the design for the pendant of Sunfire, 6,400. And then we do have one green pattern here, formula for enchant weapon potency, 14,000. Man, look at that sell rate, 0.018. Very, very high sell rate, and also getting, up there. And then we have our high value items, and we got the pattern for the Vengeance wrap. Love getting this pattern. I mean, I feel like this sells all the time for me. 105,000, 0.007 sell rate. Now this one is not like one of those schematics, those specific schematics for Sunwell, but still a really good one to get. It sells, I know it's only 0.007 sell rate, which actually is still pretty good, but I feel like it sells even faster than that for me, at least on my realms. Typically though, I usually see it sell for somewhere around the 30 to 50,000 gold range, which 50,000 is good. That's like half the value, but somewhere in between that 30 to 50 when I see it sell, maybe sometimes even lower, but still really fast seller. So I'm okay with that. The pattern for the sun drenched scale chest guard, 25,000, 0.011 sell rate, actually just above the high value range. And then we've got the pattern for the hood of Primal Life, again not a schematic, so this is actually just like a world drop, which is nice to get a little mixture as well. 149,000, 0.007 sell rate. And then we've got a couple of schematics here. So we got the schematic for the quad death blow goggles, 111,000, 0.009 sell rate. And then we've got the schematic for the Sure Strike goggles for 90,000, 0.011 sell rate. And then we've got our materials. So just some sun motes, which altogether, plus we'll just give the amount altogether we have, we got 228 between both. So for the whole 100 runs, we've got 228. And then we've got 1,380 no, that's how many I've sold recently. That was from the 1,000 runs. We have 126 of these, 137 of these, 150 of these, 137 of these, and then 142 of these, and then what is it? These are all like kind of mixed in. Where's the numbers for just these two realms? It's 62 and 77. So yeah, it's not giving me a total here. It looks like I still have some. I sold all these, but anyway, yeah, because these actually I thought sold for the most. These did. I don't know why it's still. I think something's broken on the actual thing here, because I'm pretty sure I did sell all these already. But anyway, that's the tooltip for TSM. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I need to go back and check them. But they shouldn't be on the H, because I haven't gotten on the materials bank alts for those realms for a while. So there's no way they can still be on the AH. Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, moving on. Let's go ahead and jump to the next one for Proudmoore. It's still gonna be another Proudmoore bank alt, and they're gonna have all the stuff from Black Rock Caverns. All right, guys. So on to our second bank alt for Proudmoore, where our other druids that run that have been running Black Rock Caverns. Take a look at their Black Rock Caverns loot, and then we'll hop over to Thrall and do the same, rotation. But anyway, this is what we've gotten so far, and I did go back and look, and it looks like I don't know, and it's also felt like we're not doing as good as we did first time in Black Rock Caverns, but we're only halfway there. It could improve for the last half, right? But I did look back. I mean, we had like a whole tab full. Now granted, we did keep a lot of those Birdo staffs, and I mean they took up like half of a tab, so we had like half of a tab of the low value stuff. I think some even ran over into the other tab a little bit, but I mean that gives us maybe like 3/4 of a tab full, which we only have about 1/4 of a tab full with low value stuff right now. being halfway there, right? So still really good to get this variety up, even if, you know, sometimes RNG plays differently when you go. So but still nice to get the still spark stuff. We're getting the Anger Fang stuff I see sell all the time, so really happy about that. Razor Wind is also good, although with this one, kind of like with the Northern farms or the Raft farms and the you know, WOD farms, you do have some Razor Wind stuff, and some of the other ones too, like Still Spark stuff that's actually overinflated. You just gotta keep a lookout for those kind of items and know that they're not actually high value items, they're just overinflated. But some of the low value stuff, like Still Spark stuff, is still pretty good, and even some of the other high value pieces as well. But yeah, Razor Wind, Anger Fang, and Dreadmaw, another guard even here, Razor Wind, all pretty good stuff. We also have a low value blue item, Bracers of Razor Fletching, 11,000, 0.006 sell rate. Does share a lot of appearances though, but it is low value, so not really too concerned with it. People may still buy it, especially if it's lower cost than some of the other items, right? And then we've got our high value items. Now, the big thing you really want to look out for is the high value blue items. Those are where, you know, we really go after, especially the weapons. Though some of these green items sell rather well as well, especially, and you see what I did here, since we didn't have too many of the high value stuff and we had some room here, what I did was sort of what I've done before, where I separated, I think I did for what, Draclear and Keep, where I separated the items that have shared appearances that are high value and the ones that have none. And it didn't really, these might be borderline, you know, overinflated, but the prices aren't too high on these items, but they do have shared appearances. These do not. So we've got the Steel Spark Great Sword, unique item, 67,000 with 68,000.003 sell rate. We've got the Razor Wind Knuckles for 67,000.002 sell rate. And then we do have these items, and some of them may only have like one shared appearance, but we have the Razor Wind Staff, which actually I still think I've sold. Although it's only got, it does have one shared appearance, and that's going to be 209,000. Now that one is pretty high, but still it is only one shared appearance, and I do believe I have sold this one in the past for a decent amount. Maybe not 200,000, but I believe I have sold it for a decent amount. Razor Wind Spear here, 39,000.001 sell rate, actually has two other shared appearances. Razor Wind Gun only has one shared appearance, though it is 4.6 million. Actually, this probably is overinflated. 0.003 sell rate, but it does only have one shared appearance. So you may actually be able to get more than the typical, you know, 10,000 or 25,000 I might put it up for. But yeah, I don't see you getting 4.6 million for it. And then we have the Anger Fang Bow here, only 55,000.003 sell rate, but a lot of shared appearances here. And then we also have our blue items. Now we have a blue armor item, 44,000.002 sell rate, but a lot of shared appearances as well, for the Kilt of Elemental Mending. And then we have the Don Gonzalez Shiny Shield here. Does actually have two other shared appearances, 46,000.001 sell rate. And then we have the Belmont's Vampire Hacker, which also has well, what is it, only one other shared appearance? I mean, it lists three, but the other three have the same exact name. So I'm gonna say it only has one shared appearance, 109,000 for that one as well. And then of course we have our materials. Now again, I'll just go over like the materials as a whole between both bankers. So we've got the Ember Silk Cloth here. It's 2 gold, and we have what is it? 7. Why is it counting the other one? So apparently our potato one actually has some Ember Silk Cloth for some reason, but we have 1461 minus 59, so was it 1402 pieces of Ember Silk Cloth. And then we've got Volatile Fire. We have 452 of those, and those are region value right now 13. Unfortunately, I took off the minimum buyout, just makes it easier for me when I'm marking stuff off to vendor. So yeah, just showing it could be more than that or less than that as far as the selling price. And then we do actually have a trinket, which we'll just go over into that inflated group, like the rings, for about like 1,000 gold or so. But yeah, not bad for our halfway mark, although I don't feel like it's nowhere near as good as the first time around. Just, you know, for, you know, instance with the blue items here, we actually had like, what was it, 12 I think for the Alliance side, for the Alliance side. For Proudmoore side, that was Alliance druid that ran those when we had the Alliance and Horde, and then I think we had like 14 on the other one, so something like that. It was actually it was maybe only 9 on the Proudmoore side, because I think a couple of those were trinkets or something, but yeah, I think we had like 14 as a whole, but we still have 100 runs left to go, 50 for each you know, realm. Well, anyway, let's go ahead now and take a look and see how Thrall's druids did. Okay guys, so now over here for Thrall, let's go ahead and take a look and see how well they did. All right, so for Thrall, for BFD, starting out like we did with Proudmoore, we have 1, 2, about 2.5 tabs actually, so maybe a little bit better actually, because they only had like what, a couple little items over here, and almost half a tab here for Thrall. So Thrall actually did a little bit better with BFD, I would say, for their portion of the leftover runs for BFD, which was what, 80 runs each, because there's 160 runs that we still had to do. So yeah, not bad at all for 80 runs. Getting about 3 tabs of live ice stuff. Not really gonna go into it because basically it's just gonna be like the same exact stuff, maybe a couple other little things like Aboriginal rod here, but grunt stuff is still all pretty much the same exact things we just went over with the Proudmoore side. Maybe just a little bit more, a couple more duplicates and things like that, but then our high value stuff, so we will go over that. Again, Hawking shield, Outrunner shield, looking to see if we see anything different. Sentry's wrist, Sentry's belt, all looking the same. Spike chain shoulders, we don't actually have any of those over on Proudmoore. We got 2 here, so we can trade one over. 34,000 was 35,000, 0.002 sell rate. Spike chain leggings, this is the only one we actually got of these, so actually pretty nice here. 80,000, they're unique as well, 0.004 sell rate. And then we've got the spike chain gauntlets, 60,000. Unfortunately, Proudmoore didn't get these either, 0.003. Now they may have gotten on the 40 runs. I can't remember if they got it, well, for their 20 runs portion of the 40 runs. Grunt's chest piece, only one we got of this as well, 46,000, 0.001 sell rate. Robust girdle, we got 2 over here, 1 over there, so they did actually at least get one of those. Rigid shoulders, both got 1. Prospector shoulders, only got 7 over here, where we got 12 over on the Proudmoore side. Wrangler's leggings, they both got 1. Prospector's chest piece, unfortunately, which Prospector's chests and boots are like some of the best items you can get as far as these green items go. As far as the sell, I mean, they sell super fast. Only got 4 here, where we got 9 over there. Bristle bark blouse. That's kind of hard to say. Only got 1 of these, and actually over here 25,000. Rain collar cord, actually only 1 we got was over here as well. Does have a shared appearance though, actually. Wow, for rain collar piece. 93,000, 0.002 sell rate. Then we've got the Watcher's cinch here, they both got 1 of those. Sanjoween mantle, we actually got 3 here, we only have 1 over there. We got the pagan wraps here, only 1 over on this side. 23,000, 0.002 sell rate. Ritual shroud, we got 1 here where we had 2 over there. Mystic's robe, we had 3 over there, we only have 1 here. Sanjoween hand wraps, 1 here versus 4 there. Watcher's robes, only had the 1 here actually. Watcher's boots, sorry. 39,000 for those. We have the Slayer's cape here for 47,000, 0.002 sell rate. And then we've got the Mystic's wrap here. We have 1 here where we had 3 over there. And we have the pagan vest here, 88,000, only 1 over here as well. And then let's see, we got the ritual tunic, got 2 over here where we have 4 over there. And then we have the greenleaf branch, 1 on each, 50,000 gold for that one. And then our high value blues, see how those compare. It actually looks like we definitely got a lot more over here than we had over there. But I don't see any grim claws. So I have to double check, see if we got one with the first 20 runs on this side. If not, I might have to trade one over. We've got the Honest Claymore, got 2 of those. We had 2 over there as well. Staff of the Friar, 4 over here. We had none over there. 84,000, 0.002 sell rate. Then we got the Doom Spike here. We have 1 here, but we didn't get one over there. 50,000, 0.002 sell rate. Now, I do think we got one of these on the first 20 runs or the first 40 runs. I can't remember which realm got it, but we'll have to check, see if Prowlmore has one or not. If not, we might have to trade one over. Evocator's Blade, we got 4 over here, 2 over there. And then Martyr's Chain here, we got 2 here, 51,000, 0.002 sell rate. So we didn't get any over there. We can definitely trade one of those over. They do have a lot of shared appearances though, so I can see why now this one's definitely a very slow seller, even though it says 0.002 sell rate. But yeah, not bad, not bad. They definitely got more blues over here, but again, no two-handed axe, unfortunately, and that's the one that we really want to try to get here. Now, as far as Sunwell goes, here we go. Again, not too bad. Kind of a little light here, although I do have another epic over here. And just so you know, now the Thrall side did really well. So Proudmoore did a little bit better this time around so far, and we're only halfway there though. And Thrall's doing a little bit worse. But Thrall actually had what was it? I think like they had like 11 epics. So I actually thought for the longest time we only ended up with like 14 epics from Sunwell, but when I went back and looked, and we actually had 15 total. So 4 on Proudmoore, and we actually had 11 on Thrall. So yeah, definitely was the best one as far as the epic patterns and epic drops. Sunwell was on the first series, whereas second was, you know, doing Karazhan, where we got only 13. But I thought Karazhan was like closer. It was only off by 1 because they had 13. But no, we actually got 15 the first time around, 4 on Proudmoore, and we actually had 11 here. But it looks like Proudmoore's doing a lot better this time. They've got 5 already. We have 3 over here. So we really need to step it up to catch up to Series 1. But anyway, let's go and take a look and see what we got. So we got our low value stuff first. Hardcorium Choker, Amulet of Life, and we only have 1 of each of these over here. Pennant of Sunfire, both realms got 1. We have 2 of these Hardcorium Battle Plates here for 6,000, and we've got 2 over here. We have none over on Proudmoore. And then we actually got some blue patterns as well. We got the Heavy Fellsteel Ring design here, 5,000, 0.005 sell rate. We have Eye of the Night design here for 7,300, 0.008 sell rate. And we only have 1 over here. And then we have the design for the Tenuous Earthstorm Diamond for 10,000, almost 11,000, 0.002 sell rate. We got the pattern for the Cloak of Black Void, so actually right there above high value. Actually got marked off for low value, so it must, you know, fluctuate, you know, often between low value and high value. But 21,000, 0.012 sell rate, so really nice sell rate on that one though. And there are high value patterns. We've got the schematic for the Quad Deathblow Goggles, same pattern we had over on Proudmoore, 111,000, 0.009 sell rate. And then we've got the schematic for the Hyper Magnified Moon Specs, 171,000, almost 172,000, 0.006 sell rate. And we'll only have this one over here. So yeah, we have at least a couple different patterns and things, so we'll have to see how well they do. And then we actually got a weapon here, and this is actually something we haven't gotten, you know, we never got on the first series, and first time we're getting it here as well, of course. 53,000, 0.002 sell rate for the Ancient Scepter of Su Min. Sorry, I've been talking a lot now. And then we unfortunately we did get another epic honestly, so we really got 4, but unfortunately this one is a neck, so it's probably just going to get thrown in that 1,000 gold group. Choker of Repentance here. And then of course we got our materials, which we already went over completely anyway. And don't forget too, we do have some materials as well, which I didn't really add up, but we got the minor stuff we got from BFD as well that will help our material gold a little bit. But anyway, that's going to do it for this bank alt. We have 1 more to go over to total up our loot for week 5. All right, guys, on our last bake off for week 5 for part 2 of the Tuna Run series, Blackrock Caverns from Thrall. So how did they do? Well, it's maybe a little less on the low value side, but looks like the high value side actually did a lot better. Maybe anyway, let's go ahead and take a look. So we got our low value stuff here. So it's gonna be just the same stuff: Anger Fang, Dreadmaw, Razorwind, Steel Spark. No need to really dive into the low value stuff. We've already kind of went over it with the other side, maybe a couple of different items, but still all pretty much those same names, just different, weapons, items, whatever. And then as far as the high value stuff, though, we have the Anger Fang Greatsword here, 35,000, 0.004 cell rate. Actually have 4 of those. I have none over on Proudmoore. Really nice one here. It is unique as well. Again, I did the whole unique items and the ones that have shared appearances and blues and so on. And then we've got the Steel Spark Greatsword. Actually, this is the one that we actually had over there, and we have over here 68,000 almost, 0.003 sell rate. Anger Fang Spear. Now this one I do know sells a lot. It's only 24,000, 0.002 sell rate. Steel Spark Gun, though, unique appearance. Although I think there are some that look similar to this one, but maybe this one's just something different about it. See, it's got a little smoke coming out the back of it. Maybe it's got a different color to it. But 401,000 gold for this one right here. So yeah, really nice there, with that one being unique. And then we've got the Razorwind Knuckles here, 67,000.002 sell rate, and have one of those on each of these. And then our ones that have shared appearances, we have the Steel Spark Staff, has a bunch of shared appearances, but it is only 27,000, so it may actually sell at its value if it sells. 0.003 sell rate, got 3 of those. And then we've got the Steel Spark Hammer here, 24,000, and it's only got 2 shared appearances, 0.006 sell rate. We got the Anger Fang Broadaxe, only 21,000, 0.001 sell rate, so very slow sell rate, and it's only got 1 shared appearance, and we got 3 of those as well. We've got 1 low value blue piece here, the Scent Sniffer Hood. Scent Sniffer Hood. Actually, no, it's a high value. Oh, I separated the armor and the weapons this time. I didn't do it with Proudmoore. Actually, I guess Proudmoore actually had a little bit more because they were kind of clustered up, so I had to put the armor with the weapons, but I had some room here to actually put them together. So anyway, the Scent Sniffer Hood, and this one has a bunch of shared appearances, but almost 25,000, 0.003 sell rate. And then we did get the Snub-Nosed Pistol here for 50,000, 0.003 sell rate. Actually does have, looks like 1 shared appearance, but it's like 3 items with the same name. I think what it is that's actually isn't that like an island item? Maybe that's why it's showing like 3 of them. Maybe that's what that is. Maybe it's like 3 different versions. I don't know. But anyway, this one is actually really nice. The Potentate's Letter Opener. I've actually sold 2 of these pretty recently. And actually, I was thinking I had a post up in the Discord, but I think what it was we actually sold it near the end of our first Tuna Run series, and we actually had it in a clean out video where it actually sold for really, pretty nice amount. So probably, actually, I think it was probably about half that value. 135,000, because I think it was around, the high 60,000s or 70,000, something. It was pretty up there though. 0.003 sell rate, and it is unique. So really nice item there. And then we have our materials. Again, we've already went over those, and unfortunately we did get a poison vial. So we did get another blue, but it's a ring, just like we got a trinket over there, but it'll go in that group where we just try to sell it for like 1,000 gold and just try to get rid of it. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for week number 5. What do you guys think? Do you think this was pretty good? I mean, is this, I have had a bunch of people coming in the stream wondering, why are you doing kata stuff? I mean, it's all about having that variety, and there, as you see, there are unique items. They do carry decent value, especially these, these blue items that are, especially at least this one that's unique. But you also have your unique green items. So I feel like it's definitely worth it. Plus it's just, it's fun to do something different and have, like I said, you always want to have that variety. And I do see these, Anger Fang pieces and stuff sell quite consistently throughout the series. So anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I'm gonna try to hurry up and get these items traded over so I can get them up on the auction house and actually have them grouped up in the group so we can actually post them and maybe make some gold off of them this coming clean out. But anyway, guys, we'll continue on, get the rest of these dungeon runs done for next week. And I think next up we actually have the northern and southern eastern kingdom zones, so excited to try to get those items up, and I think no more guns after that. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you did enjoy it, smash the big thumbs up, lets me know that you like it, and also helps the channel. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. That's going to do it for me on this one, guys. I hope to see you all in the next video, and I hope to see you live sometime on Twitch. Take care, guys.